now for another lesson in manners, morals, and,
Corn.
Now, Junior, that's the wrong attitude. There's something to be learned from each of these stories.
I like stories about monsters from outer space. Is this a story about a monster?
This is a story about a stork.
Is this the one about the stork that devoured Cleveland?
It is no such thing. It is the simple story about a fox and a stork and the lesson they learned, which is...
Don't devour Cleveland on a full stomach.
Now, one more interruption and
I'm listening.
Well, one day, a fox invited a stork to have dinner.
Have you ever had a stork for dinner? That is, invite a stork to have dinner with you? We foxes, you know, have the reputation of being cunning, crafty, sly, and foxy. Actually, what I really am is a soft, little furry beast who wants nothing more than to be a respected member of the community. PTA, Little League Baseball, that sort of thing. And I'm starting out by inviting that pillar of community living, Mr. Stork.
This must be the place.
That's right.
Because it has a crafty look.
Now, just a minute there.
A cunning, crafty, foxy look about it. You must be Mr. Fox.
Oh, that's a fine way to talk. I mean, here I go to all the trouble to fix dinner.
All right, where do you hide them?
Hide them?
The bodies, the chicken bodies.
Oh, for goodness sake.
We storks can't be too careful who we let in the community. Aha! Chicken pot pie.
Chicken pot pie? That's not chicken.
I'm on to you, Mr. Fox, and your chicken picking ways. Good night.
Now, how could he mistake split pea soup for chicken pot pie?
But Mr. Fox didn't give up.
If I could just convince Mr. Stork that I'm not the sly, crafty, chicken-stealing type he thinks I am.
Just as I thought. Chicken snatcher.
But I was here first. This chicken just came and sat down on the bench with me.
Listen, chicken snatcher. Who ever heard of a chicken sitting on a bench with a fox?
But why can't I be accepted? Why? And again, why?
Why? And again, why?
I'll tell you again why. It's because you keep following me around, that's why. What do you want from me, chicken? Why do you keep following me around?
Because I want to be accepted by the community, too.
Well, butt off. I can't be seen with you. People get the wrong impression. Whoops. Quick, hide. Oh, my goodness. Oh, good afternoon, Mr. Stork.
Chicken snatcher.
Oh, but Mr. Stork, I can explain. You see...
Forget about it, Mr. Fox. Come over and have dinner with me tonight.
All right, chicken. I accept your invitation. It really is too bad I'm not accepted by Mr. Stork. But you see, I've quite a bit of money I'd like to use for improvement of his community.
Quite a bit of money, eh? Well, what if he is a snatcher? After all, he only snatches chickens.
Dum-de-dum-dum. Whoa. Why, Mr. Stork, this is a surprise.
Mr. Fox, I've come over to invite you to dinner this evening. You will be there promptly at 8:30 sharp.
Oh, Mr. Stork, thank you. Whoops. Oh, I'm terribly sorry, but I've already made a previous engagement with chicken.
Chicken? Possibly you've misunderstood me. I am a stork. Now, you be there at 8:30 sharp, and I'll pretend I didn't hear what you said.
Invited to dinner by Mr. Stork. Oh, I finally made it. Chicken will understand. After all, this is my big chance, and he's just a chicken.
So, Mr. Fox arrived promptly at 8:30.
Now, Mr. Fox, I understand you have some money. You wish to invest in our community? Delicious. You'll find we storks are very particular just who we let in our community. We have certain standards, traditions, and manners. Enjoying your dinner, Mr. Fox?
Well, for a jar, I'd say it was very tasty. But now, if you'll excuse me, I must run, for you see, I'm starving. Chicken! Oh, chicken! It's your good friend, Mr. Fox. Am I too late for dinner?
Good evening, Mr. Fox. You know, somehow I had the feeling that you had stood me up to have dinner with Mr. Stork.
Oh, that'd be a foxy thing to do.
So, Mr. Fox had a wonderful dinner at Chicken's house, and afterwards he became a respected member of the community, the chicken community. And Mr. Fox used most of his money for improvements of the chicken community, Little League Baseball, community centers, that sort of thing. For after his dinner with Mr. Stork, he had learned one thing, which is the moral of this story. Do you know what that is, Junior?
If a chicken invites you to dinner, accept, for he may grow to be 30 feet tall.
Now, Junior, there you go again. Whoops.